So many of us are measuring our beauty and the way we view ourselves and just the way we think about ourselves through a worldly standard. I used to do it too, and I'm here to tell you that there's something deeper than that. I'm here to tell you that there is a God out there who made you fearfully and wonderfully made. It says that in Psalms 139, 13 through 14. It says that he formed you, informed your inward parts, and he knitted you together in your mother's womb. He made you fearfully and wonderfully. And it says in that verse, how well I know it. You were created to know that. The world has created such a twisted version on what's beautiful and what's not. Like, if you don't have this size stomach, you're ugly. If you don't have this feature, you're ugly. If you don't, blah, blah, blah. None of that matters at the end of the day, because one day you're going to just be standing before God, and it's either going to be, depart from me, I never knew you, or it's going to be, did we have a close relationship? So when you think about it, at the end of the day, the only opinion that matters is God. The enemy can use insecurity to make you focused on yourself rather than God. Insecurity can literally be a form of sin because you're really not believing that God made something good. When he made you good. When God made the whole earth, he looked over it after the seventh day when he was taking a rest, and he said it was good. You are not separate from the creation of the sunsets. You're not separate from the creation of the stars and the moon that you look at. You are part of that same creation. And I can't stress this one thing enough. God took so much time on you, and it hurts my heart when I see girls like doing everything they can. I see TikToks of girls saying, what can I do to be prettier? Be honest. What you can do to be prettier is to know that you don't need to do anything to be prettier, because Jesus made you fearfully and wonderfully in your mother's womb. And that guy called you ugly, okay, but the creator of the sunset thinks you're beautiful. And at the end of the day, his opinion is eternal, so no other opinion matters besides that. You're gorgeous. You're handsome. God made you the way he wanted you to be made. God doesn't create mistakes. And this is something I could just talk about for hours, because it's something I used to struggle with. But it's what God saved me from. He saved me from insecurity. And I know he can do it for you too. So next time you catch yourself saying mean things about yourself, 1, would you say what you're saying to yourself to your best friend? I just want to say that. I want to put that out there. 2, is that what God would say about you? Actually, that should be number 1. Is what you're saying about yourself, is that what God would say about you? Because I'm telling you, God created you. And you're literally his artwork. It says we are God's handiwork in Ephesians 2:10. You're literally God's handiwork, created to share his light. You're not just God's scraps put together. God took 9 months creating you in the womb, but he took 6 days creating a sunset. Think about that. He took so much more time on you than he took on the sunset. You have a personality of your own. You have a look of your own. Embrace that. Sadly, not everyone is able to recognize God's beauty. It doesn't matter what other people think about you. It doesn't even matter what you feel about yourself. At the end of the day, there will only stand one truth, and that truth is that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Sadly, some people are just so blinded by the devil that they feel the need to go and call somebody else ugly. But that's because they're not living in the truth. And now when I look at everybody, I'm like, everyone is part of this beautiful artwork, full creation. Everybody is God's art. So when I see everybody, I'm like, wow, this is God's canvas. God made them so beautiful. That's how you should look at everybody. You shouldn't be comparing yourself to that one person, because God made flowers and God made the ocean. Those two things are so, so beautiful, but they're both so, so different from each other. There's no point in comparison. God created you to be you. He never looks at you and wishes you were somebody else. So I basically just made this video to say, just stop. Just stop comparing yourself to other people. Okay, it doesn't matter what that guy you're trying to impress. It doesn't matter what he's into. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is that there is a creator out there that died on the cross for you. He wants to show you true love before any man on this earth can show you that. Let him show you true love first. He actually already proved eternal love for you on the cross because he got up on that cross and he died for you. He loves you so much. He loves you literally beyond belief. Okay, bye.